Yo YouTube, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Team Trooper here. We've got Oliver with his Frog Monarch deck profile.
Okay, start off with a frog engine of 2 Treeborn frogs, 3 swap frogs, 2 dupe frogs, and that's it for the frog engine part of the deck. Then we go on to the Monarchs, is 1 Thessalos, thinking about running it at 2. 2 Riser, just because it's helpful at 2. 3 Caius, as it's mandatory to run 3 Caius. And then you just have helpful tech monsters, I suppose. 2 Effect Veilers. 2 Tour Guides, just in case they DD Crow a Treeborn Frog, you can go into Leviair and bring it back. 2 Light and Darkness Dragons, as it's really easy to play in this deck. 3 Battle Faders, just for protection, and then it's just a monster you contribute. 1 Morphing Jar, because you can discard your hand and draw 5, so this deck does burn hand advantage pretty quick. 1 Gauze, you usually won't have a field, you don't run much back row, so Gauze is helpful. 1 Sangan, just because you can search for pretty much any monster in the deck. And now we're on to spells, so 2 Pot of Dualies. You don't have to bring Treeborn Frog back, so you can do this and choose to, if you've used Battle Fader the turn before, you don't really need to bring Treeborn back. 2 Soul Exchange, as you can tribute Light Pulsar and it'll make it miss timing. And you can also tribute things like Dolka and Lagia. Well, they'll have to use Lagia's effect to negate that. 2 Enemy Controller, used in combination with Treeborn Frog is deadly because you tribute Treeborn Frog during your standby phase and then it still comes back, so you have 2 monsters and then you can play Lad. 1 Foolish, just to put a frog in the grave that much quicker, and it also thins out the deck. 3 MST, as back row will hit you pretty hard in this deck, especially things like Bottomless, TT, even Warning can do it. And last for spells is 1 Dark Hole, just because Monarchs aren't overly strong, they're only on 2/4, so you just need to be able to get over monsters. And then we're on traps, so 1 Mirror Force, just because people don't really use it that often. And if it gets MST'd, it gets MST'd. 2 Reckless Greed, just for consistency. And lastly, 2 Compulsory Evacuation Devices, as you can return opponent's monsters, or you can just return like a Caius during your opponent's end phase, your turn, Treeborn comes back, you tribute it again, summon it. And that's the main deck. Now we're on the extra deck. It is not complete, there's only 4 cards to this extra deck, but they're all helpful. 1 Gaichi Genetsu, I do believe that's how you pronounce it, as all of your Monarchs become 2/8 beat sticks after they've used their effects rather than 2/4. 1 Leviair, just in case Treeborn gets removed somehow. 1 Leviathan, just because it's Leviathan, it's a really good 3 rank. And lastly, 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. If you have 2, definitely use 2, because Monarchs are dead once they've used their effects. Thank you YouTube, that was my deck profile on Frog Monarchs. If you have any useful cards or changes to the deck, please comment in the section below.